There was a situation in which I was going out of town.
Okay.
I was going on a vacation, previously planned vacation, and I told her, and it was a friend and actually an ex, but we're still friends, friend of mine. She's
You said it's an ex?
ex and a friend. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you fucked up, bro. You
Exactly.
fucked up,
So,
bro. All right, y'all. Finally, we get a catch up. I feel like it's been a minute. I'm not even gonna lie. Welcome back, YouTubians, males, females, everybody that continues to rock with me on this channel. I appreciate it greatly. Make sure y'all please drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And today we got to catch up between Jeremy and Brillante. I'm gonna be honest. I vaguely did not remember him just looking at the pictures, but then I thought about it, I was like, I remember him. So I'm not gonna waste y'all time talking. Let's just go ahead and dive into it and let's interact with it together. I love that beat though.
hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Jeremy and Brillante.
Yo, the tattoo between her breastises, it's like 69, but it's also the infinity sign. Also the yin and yang. That shit go crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, welcome y'all. How we feeling?
Hey, what's happening? Thank you for having us.
Good. So we had you both on episode 19 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. Okay, so is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Absolutely.
We got a match. I'll take this. Y'all going on.
I remember that one. Okay, I remember that one, man. Like, they was giving Buddy kind of shit because of his hair and stuff like that, but he carried himself, you know, he was very articulate, brother. Smart. I think he had a lot of things going for himself, but I think the match itself was a little bit, ugh.
Okay, so obviously, on the show, we got to know you guys a little bit. You told us, just a few things here or there, but we would like to get to know you guys just a little bit more before we dive into, the juicy topic at hand. So let's start with you, Brillante.
Yeah,
Tell us
what's really
more.
going on?
More about the relationship or
About yourself.
Just myself.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm a mom. I do my music.
She's pretty.
That's pretty much what I've just been on, is focused on that. And I currently do reside in LA, but I will be residing in Phoenix soon.
LA
Okay.
girl.
So yeah, that's kind of like in the work and the process right now. So
Got it.
yeah.
Nice. So are you from LA?
No, I'm from Arizona.
Oh, so you're from Arizona, then you
Yeah.
went to LA,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I'm coming
Back
back.
here, family's
Yes.
here. I got a kid, so he wants to be cousins.
His family,
So,
yeah.
So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And then how old are you again?
27.
27.
Yes.
Okay.
27.
All right. Well, AZ welcomes you back. All right, Jeremy, what about for yourself?
I'm originally from California as well.
Okay.
From the Bay
Okay.
Area, Oakland area.
Nice.
I've been out here for a little over 2 years. I currently work for the most part. Have a couple side projects and things going on, hobbies and things like that. But I'm enjoying Arizona so far.
Good.
It's been cool.
Okay. So we saw on the
Jeremy?
show, you had asked a question that, kind of stirred the pot a little bit. Got a lot of pops on you. You asked the ladies, why are you single? So why do you think so many people popped on you when you asked that question?
I think it's just one of those questions that people kind of assume like malicious intent,
Okay.
as opposed to kind of just doing introspective work and kind of seeing where they may have gone wrong in their previous relationships. It also may not, be about anything you necessarily did wrong. It could be like situations and circumstances
Right,
that kind of led to
exactly.
that. And so I thought the question left room for that sort of type of answer, but it seemed like it was kind of received negatively. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. Most women, when it comes to answering questions like that, they don't want to feel judged. They want to feel like, I'm starting a clean slate. I shouldn't have to answer anything from my past or anything that I did. You shouldn't even be asking those questions. That's why they have so much contention with it. Which is why they have which is why they eliminated him for asking that question, which is a stupid reason, because that wasn't a bad question. I mean, you should be able to pick apart what you did in your past and bring about what you need to change from it.
Yeah, I mean, you answered it just fine. You didn't see any problem with it, I'm guessing?
No, I mean,
No
that's kind
question.
of like a valid question just because it's any question. Like, I don't
Right.
see why you'd feel some type of way about it.
Especially since
Yo, them nails, I cannot deal with no girl that have nails like that long. That is gross to me. Nails like that long are so gross. I'm
we're
be
on a
honest.
dating show. We're
Yeah.
assuming everyone's single, so it's like, okay.
Talking about a relationship.
Exactly. Yeah,
so-
yeah. Okay.
Can't do
Good.
it.
And I think you kind of did explain a little bit your reason behind asking that question on the show as well, right?
Yeah, I think after I think one person's response, I kind of just responded and said I was just kind of looking for any sort of growth or anything that you may have learned from previous experience. So I think I clarified it a little bit, but damage was already done at that point. So.
Okay, no problem. Well, let's go ahead and dive right into my favorite
I'm
question.
gonna be honest. I hope you got a bidet because you ain't wiping good with them nails. I'm sorry to keep getting back on that, but yeah.
Since you guys ended up matching on the show, have you guys gone on a date?
What we looking like? What we looking like?
Do you want to tell him, Jeremy, or?
Go
actually,
for it.
Shay.
Go for it. Yeah.
Come on,
Okay,
man.
go ahead.
So I'm gonna say so. After we left the
Okay.
show, I offered him if he wanted to come and join me. At the time, I was already having a barbecue
Okay.
with my family.
And this was back in LA?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
here.
Oh, in Arizona.
Yeah,
Okay.
my family's here. So
Oh,
I rented
right.
a big Airbnb.
Uh-huh.
I threw my niece a birthday party, and that's kind of what I was rushing to get back to a little bit.
Got it. Okay.
And I offered for him to come, but I did give the option like if you don't want to come, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm going right now. So if you want to come, it's barbecue. We're there, we're partying, we're drinking, we're having fun.
Right.
I'm very family oriented, so I'm very friends. Like if you're around me, you're gonna be around the people that I love.
Yeah.
And if you have an issue with that, it's kind of like
No.
like obviously.
Baby girl, it's too early for that. And I'm gonna be honest. If this guy is a super social butterfly, okay, that's cool. But you gotta be a social butterfly to just go to like the girl you just matched, random family, around all these cousins, sister, brothers, uncle, nephews, aunties, mama, daddy, like, that is extremely, you gotta be extremely social for that. And then you gotta think about it. You about to bring around your family gonna help eliminate them also. They gonna start talking to you about like, he kind of awkward, he kind of weird. And bro, that is not the setting you want to go in, I believe, like on a first date. Nah.
You don't need to be with me.
Yeah.
So we went back there, and I guess it just he did leave at 2 a.m, so it was like
Okay.
not
So
like that, not like that.
No,
not like
I
that.
mean, like he stayed for some
He
time.
Okay.
he stayed for some time.
Okay.
There you go.
He acted like he did enjoy himself, and then he went home after. Everything was kind of fine after that. It was cool. So it wasn't like no big thing. Nothing went wrong.
Okay.
It was just like, okay, we got to know each other a little bit more, not that much, but a little bit more. And then the next day, we were supposed to hang out, but I had to fly back to LA.
Okay.
So we were planning on going on a real date, fly out to LA and see me, or I can fly back to Arizona and see you.
Yeah.
But, it just didn't get to that point.
Okay. All right. So Jeremy, the barbecue you guys went to was right after filming? Like
Yeah.
you left filming, went straight
Yeah.
there? Okay.
That's
So how was that for
crazy
you?
I enjoyed it.
Oh, mic up.
I enjoyed it. I'm also family oriented. I think we talked about that on the show. And got a chance to meet her family. I had a really good time. We played dominoes.
Okay.
Oh, that's lit. Okay, so he had a good time. She looking a little twisted right now, so he must be capping or something. I don't know.
So yeah, like she said, I kind of stayed a little later and then I went home. We were supposed to meet the next day. I think I was expecting her to I think we had a plan that she would let me know when she was free, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And then that didn't happen. So we ended up kind of she kind of just went back home, and so we had talked about possibly having a date. Obviously with me having to go to LA or she coming back here.
Okay. So the next day when you guys were supposed to go on this so-called date, was that something you guys had discussed while you guys were at the barbecue? And then the next day there was no follow-up on it, or what happened?
We kind of discussed that like the morning time, I think.
Okay.
It was more like because he actually stays around where my sister stays. So we're in the same area,
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
almost same facility. And
Right.
so,
That's
but I
crazy.
was so much with my sister and stuff. They don't get to see me that much. And so from breakfast, you know, we have all the kids. It's just so much stuff right now that I can't bring him into
Okay.
right now
Okay.
to what we had going on. And yeah, that's why I was like, it took a little bit too much time. And then, flying in, you got a rental car, you got to go clean it, you got to take it back. Like
Do a
it
lot,
was,
yeah.
it was that. And then it's the heat, so you're hot, and it was just too much. So I was okay with, I have no problem flying in 2 days later or flying in a week later to come see you, or you come see me. Like that, the way you shouldn't have that problem not coming to fly to see me.
Okay. So what went wrong? Was there just like,
Oh,
Shit sound messy.
would you like to tell him what went wrong, Jeremy? Huh?
I think
actually, no, let's
you
hear from Jeremy.
Yeah,
she
let's-
went first with
let's
the
let him
story.
say
Let's
what
hear from
went
you
wrong.
now.
I can already dissect this. I feel like she kind of already premeditated sabotage this, but let's dive deeper in it.
I think there were kind of a few things that happened from my perspective
Okay.
that just kind of maybe gave me the wrong impression or kind of set up the wrong kind of idea. And
This
so
man got Ren and Stimpy socks on. All right, brother.
ultimately, we came to there was a situation in which I was going out of town.
Okay.
I was going on a vacation. Previously planned vacation, actually before
Prior to
we
you
met,
coming on the
prior to
show.
me coming on the show.
Okay.
And she inquired who I was going with, and I told her, and it was a friend and actually an ex. But we're still friends. Friend of mine. She's
You said it's an ex?
ex and a friend. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you fucked up, bro.
Exactly.
You fucked up,
So
bro.
obviously, so we were okay.
All right, my brother Jeremy, you fucked up. I was on your side for a second, bro, but you don't go on no fucking trip with your ex right after you match with a young lady that you go on the show for love. Like, it don't matter if y'all still cool or not. That's kind of it's kind of out of bounds right there, bro. And I ain't even saying you gotta lie about it, but damn, you could at least, like, I don't know. That's one of them things you probably could have told a little white lie about. I'm not promoting lies, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Let me tell you, we were on the phone.
Uh-huh.
We're talking, getting to know each other. He said he's gonna go to Puerto Rico for his birthday, and I was like, "Oh, fun! Like, who are you going with?"
Right.
Like,
You should have said the
he said
homies.
he skipped the question first. He skipped the question, and then I was like,
I did, absolutely did.
Jeremy.
"Oh, okay."
Wow, bro.
But then I asked again, like, "Wait, who are you going with?" And he said, "My ex," and I was like, "I think my phone's dying." So after that, I never talked to him again. I hung up.
Ooh.
We never talked until the only way we talked again, because I think he called me a few times after that. I did not answer. There was no reason. There was no reason for us to talk. There's no reason.
So you didn't tell him why you're no
There's
longer
no
talking
reason
to
to
him?
I did not
talk.
call her.
Okay, I have receipts, but it's okay.
Oh.
It's okay.
Okay.
And it was. You're going. What do you wanted me to do? Tell you, like, how was the vacation with your ex? Like, did you guys chill on the beach or
Well,
something?
he
Like,
dropped
did you
the
want me to
ball.
wait for when you got back? And then it's like, there was no talking afterwards.
Okay.
Well, there was nothing for us to talk about. And we didn't recently talk again until I found out that, people were sending me things, and they were sending me things like, oh, he went on a different podcast. He talked about you. He talked a lot of mess about you. He said things, talked about your family, talked about this and how
No.
it wasn't. And I was like, wait, what? He's kind of capped because that didn't happen. So a lot of things, like, he said that didn't happen. And I was like, all right, that's fine. Like, he went and talked about me. Cool. Like, I really don't care at the moment because
Damn.
obviously from the jump, it showed me that who he was, what he was doing. He wasn't looking for anything. It was just a good time. So it was just, that's fine with me. And I was okay. You're going with your ex. We didn't start anything new. It's just keep it pushing,
Okay.
Jeremy, you got some splaining to do because it sound like you some bullshit.
So I didn't badmouth her or say anything bad about her or her family.
Okay.
there was a situation, you know, that we were in that I did speak on another platform. But it wasn't, I didn't say it in a negative way. What I will say, though, is some of the things that were said and some of what I observed and seen kind of led me to kind of believe that it wasn't as serious as like.
Okay, such as what?
I mean, there was some transparency, some things she told me in confidence that I like would rather not share.
No problem.
But I will say that there were some things that she told me that she was processing through that kind of just, you know, put it in a different perspective for me as far as the seriousness of like what was happening.
Okay, so you think she wasn't as serious about getting to know you?
Well,
or?
I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I just didn't think we were in a space to where I would cancel a trip with an ex or a friend because I met you. I just didn't think we were in a space where that would even be a reasonable ask, that I was obligated to do that, that it mattered who I was going on the trip with at all. When we had only, you know, hung out with each other one time.
Bro, you wildin', bro. I mean, bro, I know you trying to be super honest, but dog, all you had to do was just say you going with a homie or something like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I would not have said I'm going with my ex, and that's not even me trying to be a liar or whatever y'all gonna say. Some things you don't have to disclose, especially if it's a trip you already pre-planned. You going with your ex, bro. It's history. Y'all done had sex. Why would you tell a girl that you just matched with for a future relationship, pop the balloon or find love, that you're going on a trip with your ex? You know what's going down probably. Like, bro, you kind of whack for that one. And I mean, unless you just ain't like her like that, cool. But bro, please don't make excuses. It's crazy.
So from my perspective, based off of as well of what I kind of observed and understood she already currently had going on. So I would have thought that would have been kind of just to, you know, like kind of a drop in the bucket, if you will.
Bro, let it out.
Without saying too much, but I
say it.
To me, it was like, I didn't think it was that serious. And so, I mean, which is also why I had no problem with being just kind of forthcoming about it and honest. And so if she didn't like it, which is cool.
Okay.
But she did kind of like make some sort of whatever kind of funny comment when I actually did go on vacation. She told me happy birthday and was like some sort of comment, I hope you enjoying or something with your ex.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think we were still following each other, and I said, happy birthday. You're in Puerto Rico. I hope you have fun with your ex.
And so I responded and so even at that point, I thought that there was maybe some sort of, you know, attempt to continue conversation.
Okay.
But so when I responded, I forgot what she said, but she said something to the effect, which is basically like kind of like ask if it was kind of, I felt questioned. And so I never responded to that. And that was our last communication before the podcast. And I do have receipts.
Okay. So after you guys had the conversation, she was like, oh, you're going with your ex. You just left it at that. You weren't interested enough, basically, is what you're saying, to
continue. There was nothing else to like. I mean, like if she liked it, she liked it. If she did, fine. But I didn't think I owed her that explanation, and I thought it was something that was just like, you know, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Tripping, bro?
So I'm gonna just get this. Okay, first of all,
wildin'.
how would we even have enough time? We just met. We're starting something new, right? So we came on here to find that other person love. Obviously, we've had stuff in our past. Like you're saying that, for what he doesn't want to say, saying that I'm still in love with my ex. No, I told him I always have love for my ex. So I was like, you know, my ex-fiance, whatever. You know, I always have love, but I'm not in love. If I was in love with that person, I would go be there fighting for that person and be with that person. But no, I told him, like, I'm single. I'm here. Like, I didn't give you no, like, I'm with this, I'm with that. I told you what I do. I do my music. I take care of my kid by myself. I take care of my own responsibilities. I'm independent. And then all I need is somebody there with me to make me happy and have fun. I never once given him that, you know, sign that I'm still talking to him, I'm this. Like, never once, because we didn't even get that far. Now, for him to be like, he doesn't owe me anything, it's kind of messed up, because it's like, I'm not expecting you to owe me anything. Like, you should be a gentleman. Like, you came to me and you're looking for this. I'm looking for the same thing. So why do I have to accept that you're about to go have a time in Puerto Rico with somebody else and I'm here still looking?
And sorry to pause it, but you entertaining your ex, and she said she's not entertaining her ex, but you frowned up when she mentioned that she's not in love with him. She just got love for him, but you actually hanging out with your ex. That don't make sense.
For love, but gotta be okay that you're there having a great time with somebody that's in your past. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to be focused on you, but that's what you're offering me to accept.
That's crazy.
And so this trip was how soon after the show?
Like literally right after. Right after.
The show was beginning of August, I believe. My birthday is at the end of August.
Okay.
So,
Right after.
but again, vacations are previously planned, not planned the day of, right? So
You weren't
hanging
done.
out with your ex,
You weren't done with your past, and that's okay. Don't be done with your past.
I
if you
mean,
still
I
have
think
that.
that's a very kind of dogmatic way of looking at it, and that's okay if that's your worldview, but it's not mine. So you don't have to fall out to walk out. And because somebody's your ex doesn't mean that they still aren't your friend. And so what that means to you can be different. And I think that's unique between people and their relationships.
So did you guys stay in the same room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Bro, you tripping. Y'all stayed in the same room? Bro, this nigga weird. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't even on his side at all, bro. I'm on the female side today. Yeah, I'm on the girl side.
So now, Jeremy, if the
Okay.
roles were switched, like for example, let's say her and her ex went on a vacation after you guys met, you would have been totally okay with that, still getting to know her after that trip?
Well, I think if
No.
it was a previous planned vacation, I wouldn't have told her to cancel it yet. Like I don't know that I would have had a problem with that. Like since we're here, like I met like her child's father like at the barbecue the day of. Like so
That I
was
haven't been
already-
together with for 7 years.
Okay.
So 7 years.
Whatever type of way though, when we was at the barbecue, he ended up feeling some type of way though, which is
That wasn't because of you. That was because my child at the time, not to get too deep into it, but my child at the time didn't understand how birthdays work. And he was a little upset that somebody else was getting a lot of attention. So,
Wow.
you know, I parented, and my son's dad, we're not together, but he's not really in his life like that. So it was a parenting thing. The why he got upset is because, you know, I took full mom mode. He was trying and I excluded that out. So it was a parenting thing of why he left. It had nothing to do with him. And I just feel why you feel like you're that
Okay.
to take that. Like, I don't understand why you think
That's
it was.
why he shouldn't have went to the barbecue. That's very weird. You got your kid there. You got the baby daddy there. Like, you mixing too much into that. You should have kept him separate, man. This man brand new. Why you got him meeting your family? Come on, that's weird. Don't have this new dude meeting your kid and the baby daddy. You don't even know if he gonna work out. You mixing too many energy. You mixing too many like personalities and elements into it. Like, you gonna confuse the hell out of this kid.
For you.
So that's not what I was alluding to.
Crazy.
No.
If you're placed in those situations, like out of the gate for whatever reason, that just means that there's unresolved tension, if from my estimation or my observation, between you and your baby's father.
No, I have always not liked him. It's just always been like that. I don't like him. He knows I don't like him. Everybody knows I don't like him. But we tolerate each other because he's been in my life for so long that my family invites him everywhere, but they don't look at him as in, oh, that's Breeze. Like,
that's your man.
They would be like, you know, we will even say, like, bring a girl, bring somebody. Like, we would love to meet somebody that you have. Like, we even tell him.
Did y'all like go out or something like that where you tried to like introduce him to a girl or something like?
Yeah, we've tried to introduce him. We go out to like groups, and before I would have somebody with me, you know, I'll get my friends to try to get him to somebody. Like, sometimes he's into it, sometimes he's not, but that's him. I don't know his life. We're not into that. Like, he's around sometimes. So
But you
the
would
fact that
say
he's not a factor.
but you would say that it's quite possible, even though you guys are exes and have a child together, to be friends and that to be that. Is that possible?
I mean, it's after like I don't think of him like that. It's after 7 years.
Okay, so my whole
So
point
he's
is
not a friend to you.
so my whole point
No.
is my whole point is it's possible to be a friend to someone after you've been in a relationship with.
How
And
long
that's
was
what
your ex was though? How long?
How long? What? We've been broken up for over a year. Like,
That's not a comparison.
yeah,
I was with
but
him
mean,
when I was like
I don't know
17.
I just want to answer the question. Like,
Like,
I'm
I
confused
have
on why
history.
that's relevant, though.
I think she's
Also,
saying like maybe like feelings might still be involved.
Never.
For sure.
Like on your end, and that's why
A
she was like,
year.
I'm gonna back up.
I mean,
That's
I
a
mean that could
year.
be true if
Oh
if
my
I was if I was dating somebody else prior to coming on the show. Like that's an imminent truth, regardless of whether it's an ex or somebody new. So I think like that's not a real danger. Like her exploring what could have been with me, like that
Exploring.
us going or on vacation had no hindrance on that. Is what I'm saying.
So you don't
That's
think it'd be
strange,
back in my
bro.
head of what they're doing on vacation? Oh, so it's like for me, like, ooh, I just met somebody. Maybe I could start with, maybe I can go fly and see him. Like maybe there's something new because he's looking for this, looking for that. But then once you tell me like, oh, you're going with your ex, like that's like a slap in the face.
I mean, it's
And
a-
so it's just like,
kill the vibe.
okay, obviously he's not serious, but then you have the means to tell me that I'm not, you didn't get to know me enough. You didn't get to know anything that I was about. You didn't even try. You didn't try at all. Like
I
you
can agree
barely
with
called
that.
me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think just based off of what I observed in totality, that did not lead me to put my best foot forward or my best attempt to get to know you. So
Oh, so he fell out of interest with you then. I guess it was something that he seen at that cookout that just turned him off.
for that, you're right. But I think based off of what you said or what I took away from our conversation at the barbecue, it was in my best interest to not like kind of jump into this more seriously.
Oh,
I don't see
And-
how you're all
barbecue.
over me at the barbecue. And then
Yeah,
you're doing
but-
way too much.
but
And so I did send
physicality-
you home on an Uber. So
physicality and like
what you said,
and,
it was nice. It was a black truck from what you said from the other
I
podcast you
did.
went
It
on
was
about
nice.
me, right?
It was nice, and that's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
so
yeah.
physicality, me showing you physical interest, is not the same as me like pursuing you.
not.
So those are two completely different things. So if
So
I was
you knew from the barbecue that you no longer wanted to pursue her?
well,
Is that
I
what I'm
just kind
getting?
of moved it into a different bracket or a different category, if you will. I just thought
he tried to put you in the sex only category without saying it. This man, bro, he literally saying that, but he trying not to like be too blunt about it. But that's what he's saying.
wasn't advantageous for me to take it seriously at all. If you're still having this emotional attachment to your ex.
To the
I
ex.
never
What?
had an emotional attachment.
That's what I
This
understood
man
from
is
the
weird.
conversation.
So it sounds like there was like a
Yeah.
lot of miscommunication.
We weren't even by each other though. He was playing dominoes with everybody. Like
well, no, this conversation
even
happened.
by each
Everybody
other.
went inside the house, and I don't know if she remembers because we were a little tipped.
no, we weren't.
But we were outside. They were all inside the house, and me and her were outside near the barbecue when this particular aspect of the conversation happened. I remember it pretty vividly because I kind of made a mental note of it, like, oh, okay, all right. I mean, I was honest. I was thankful for her being honest, but I kind of compartmentalized what was going on at that particular time, and just was more open to just see where it goes. But I'm like,
I've never been.
So just to ask you, Briante,
This is crazy.
so obviously when he said the whole ex thing, like that's who he's going on vacation with, for you as well, like you didn't care enough to text him either, like, hey, I don't think we're gonna continue this, like.
No, there was no point. He's with his ex still, so his mind's somewhere else. It wasn't. I didn't feel the need to reach out or anything. It was like, okay, back up. Obviously, I did say on the show I choose the wrong guys. Obviously, so it was okay, and I was fine with that. I was fine with moving forward. I didn't show him any type. I showed him who I was. We had a great time. I wasn't like flirting with my baby dad. It wasn't anything. He actually left early, so it was just like, he wasn't even there for the rest of the time there, and we had a good time. So that's why I didn't show him any signs that I was anything. Because the fact that my baby dad's in conversation right now, it really irks me. For a man that you've never showed no interest, no love in the last 7, almost 8 years of your life, And then now that he put that as his reason, it's crazy. So he should be jealous of my exes or something. Like, he should be thinking about them
Jealousy
than
is
of,
crazy.
I mean, not jealous, but like meaning like concerned. That's the word. You should be concerned about who I had before. Yeah, before like 2 years ago or something. You should be on that. I'd get that. I would get that.
It
But
was
to make
more
it that,
of a
then that's
collective
weird.
of an observation.
But why is my exes a factor if I never brought them to you?
I
I
think
never brought them to you. They never came into play. They never like was a conversation. I was focused on you, and like, come on.
I'm confused. Did you not tell me that you were still in love with your ex? Or did I
No,
make
I
that
said
up?
I have love for my
Okay, all right.
ex.
So there was a kind of a whole space about that where you kind of went into more detail about that, which I won't share here.
Man, share it, bro. Your non-talking ass, just share it. God damn.
But for you to kind of just make it seem like you just said that is a bit disingenuous.
Dude,
And
killing
so
me.
what I took away from that conversation and what based off of what I observed with your interactions, what you said is that it was not in my best interest to pursue seriously in that way. Like, I was open to allowing it to develop. But as you said, after you left, even after the next day when you were supposed to call me and you didn't, like, I take people like for their word. And when you say you're going to call me, I was expecting that, and you didn't. You just left, and I actually had to reach out to you. I was like, hey, I hope you made it home, A, B, and C. And then you end up responding to that. But those are key indicators that you may also not be as serious as you think you are.
That's true.
And so there's no way in hell I'm even thinking about canceling a trip with a friend that's pre-booked. Or even anything that's what we are now. Like, we're not together. So I mean, like, or even like anything remotely close to that, for what I've seen.
Nah, I agree with him on that. If I, it is certain signs that you can see if a girl really interested. If she is texting you, letting you know, like, hey, hope you made it home, or if she's saying so. If she's not doing that, then yeah, she preoccupied mentally with something else, or you possibly not on mind. But she does have a kid, other things, so she do got a lot going on probably. But
in just a 24 or 48 hour period.
That is very
Well,
weird.
Yeah, it just sounds like this
Weird.
was
so,
gonna
hey,
crash and burn from the beginning.
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
did.
Oh my goodness.
since she
Well,
took him to
I
that
mean,
cookout.
at least you guys did hang out a little bit. Got to know each other and saw like, okay, I guess
Yes.
so and so is
I
not
actually
for
think
me.
she's pretty cool though, but like I just the way it went down.
I didn't give you no option of. I just don't feel like you have valid reasons. Like, I have a valid reason. You don't.
Okay,
Like,
I mean, that's fair enough. Like, my reasons don't have to necessarily be valid to you, and I didn't think your issue was initially valid to me, but I respect it. I don't have anything against you. That's why when I came in, I wanted to be cordial and speak.
and you said, let's get to work, right? So,
Because you was throwing shots, so
No,
I
I
just wanted to
didn't.
make sure
Yeah,
we
she
were going
tryna
to at
be a
least be
little-
professional.
no, you
at the
asked for a
very
hug,
least.
and I said, I don't want to hug you. I don't like you. Why would I hug
Okay,
you?
so then
Not
we
a hoe.
started to kind of talk about something else, and then you got a little testy. And so I was like, all right, if we're not gonna be cool, then let's at least be professional.
right.
Which I'm glad you're being now. So thank you for that.
Well, just to go ahead and wrap it up, is there
Yo, I
anything?
wonder if she let him hit, bro. Like, cause she way too emotional over the situation. He must have hit, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. He had to have hit. This man had to have smashed because she just way too like emotionally like bothered.
Like any future projects, we could be on the lookout for either one of you. We could start with you.
Well, I did. I
Nigga,
don't know.
Matt
I
White
do
on the
music.
side.
You don't know. I just dropped a single with Kirko Banks called Feelings.
Okay.
I have a show November 2nd that would be in LA. If you're on my page, on my Instagram, announcements would be on soon and everything. But yeah, a lot more music and a lot more artists to collaborate with would be there.
Alright,
So
nice.
yeah.
Well, we'll be on the lookout, girl.
Yeah, she ain't thinking about Jeremy, bro. You see, she just said she got a song with Kirko Bangs, some other shit, bro. She ain't thinking about Jeremy, man.
Hey, what about for you, Jeremy?
I'm currently
And rightfully
working
so.
on a podcast. It'll be called the Big Fella Podcast with
Okay.
actually some of my oldest friends. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Kind of barbershop, male, African American centered content So
Nice.
y'all can be on the lookout for that.
She crossed
Okay,
the
we
eyes
will. We'll
up.
definitely be checking it out. Okay, well, I do wish you both the best of luck, you know, in everything you do and all that good stuff and your future relationships.
Thank you.
And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
Boom. I didn't like it. I didn't like neither one of them, man. I'm gonna be honest. Brelante, however you pronounce her name, Jeremy, y'all both some bullshit. Jeremy, you just gotta. I mean, bro, that whole ex shit, that was weird. Now the fact that I get it, I kind of understand why this man was like this. After the cookout, he saw the dynamic of the family. He saw the kid. He saw the ex. He probably was like, I don't want to be wrapped up in this life. And then he probably already saw her and put her in a category of sex only, which is why he said he put her in a certain category. And then you got her side on the things that she was doing, which was strange, from inviting him over to the cookout, and it was just messy from the beginning on both sides. Both of them was a fucking headache, man. Both of them, and you got to be honest. I think people genuinely have to be honest. You know, if y'all didn't, if it got to the point where y'all just didn't want to deal with each other no more, just let the other person know. Let them know, man. But that shit just gets strung out, strung along, and then you got these weird, just follow ups of these broken relationships where I honestly feel like were they even in it from the beginning? He's still going on trips with his ex. She possibly talking about her ex being in love with it. Like, are y'all actually even really want to date people? Because it sounds like y'all really don't want to date. Sound like y'all might not even be healed enough. I feel like both parties, everybody just got so much damn trauma, man. People can't come and be authentic. Be authentic. Be real. Be intentional. You know, it's things that she did that she didn't did right. That she didn't do or handle correctly. Also, you know, after like you said, he was waiting on her to call to make sure he made it home, so on and so forth. You gotta show interest. Vice versa on his side. You know, he just kind of fell out the picture because he already saw things that he didn't like. But yo, just be intentional. Let her know what it was that you didn't like. So this shit was crazy, man. I didn't like neither one of them. Neither one of them. I thought their matchup was weird anyway. After it happened on the show, I want to know what y'all think. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Comment below. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. If y'all made it this far into the video and y'all actually hear me ranting at the end. This is JB Reacts, and until next time.